Well, Matt, the Boundary Ford Curling Classic wrapped up yesterday, and it wasn't quite the result that everyone may have expected.
Yeah, you had Renee Sonnenberg. She qualified through the B side, and Casey Scheindegger through the C qualifier. So it was a kind of a underdog final, which was all right, playing for the top prize. Moses Woldu has a recap of last night's game.
The final between Renee Sonnenberg and Casey Scheindegger was one of youth against experience. And like the 4 previous head-to-head meetings, it was the experienced Sonnenberg who came out on top with a 10-6 victory.
The history of our games is she tends to make one mistake that costs her, and then we don't let them off the hook. We tried a couple times to let them off the hook today, but luckily we got a mistake again when she jammed in that 8th end. And
in the 9th, when trailing 7-6, Scheindegger rubbed on her own stone, giving Sonnenberg a chance for 3. Scheindegger says the troubles started early and often.
After the steal of 2 and 3, I was like, oh, not again, because we just that happened to us in the semi, so it was just a battle.
Fatigue would play a factor for Team Scheindegger, reduced to just 3 players after their lead had to return home due to prior work commitments. And in the semis, a nasty scare involving Casey's sister and team second, Jessie Scheindegger, didn't help things either.
It's just more tiring, I think, too, for the other 2. I'm not so much myself. I don't do a lot of sweeping, but I think our lead, my sister, is pretty tired. But you know, that's no excuse. We just didn't capitalize, and I didn't pick up on the ice.
Watching them play with 3, you just feel for them because it's so much harder with the brushing and everything. So we knew if we could just hang in there and be a little less tired than them, that we might come out on top at the end.
Both ladies will turn their focus towards the provincial Scotties in Lethbridge next month. Scheindegger will have to go through the South qualifier. As for Sonnenberg, her victory over the weekend has officially secured her a spot at the provincial playdowns, much to her delight.
If that's the case, we are thrilled. That would be awesome.
Moses Woldu, Newcap Sports.
The CPCA have officially announced that the Frog Lake First Nations, in conjunction with the Dewberry Chuckwagon Committee, will host the 2013 Don Lang Trailers Race Series. From August 1st to the 4th, the Dewberry Track will bring in the top 9 drivers after next year's Meadow Lake event. Of those 9, the 3 fastest will compete for the championship trailer. Over $100,000 in cash and prizes will be awarded during those 3 days. Back at home as the Lloydminster Bobcats hit the road for 8 of their next 9 games starting tomorrow. And on this week's Beyond the Boards, we find out what some of the good and bad things are about being on a lengthy road trip.
All right, Casey, now in December you guys hit the road for 8 of your next 9 games. Just road trips are obviously pretty fun. What are the best parts of being on a road trip like this?
Me personally is rooming with Cole Barrett. Like, he may seem like he's a quiet, shy guy, but he has barrels of fun.
Now, Knight said that he rooms with you, and he says that you're one of the most outgoing guys on the team on the road. Is that a true statement coming from your captain?
No, not at all. He might be one of the most outgoing, but I'm definitely not. I don't know if I've ever roomed with him even, so.
You know what a leaner is?
No, what's a leaner?
Basically, fill up a garbage can half full with water and you lean on the door. Then you knock on the door and like where they open is. Floods over where your chute is. And it's just good to spend time with the guys and like, because being at home, guys just go to their billet house and you don't get to hang out with everybody, but there we're all together and it's a good time.
What are some of the worst things about traveling on the road?
If it's really long, it gets kind of boring, I think, anyway.
Definitely got to eat right and kind of get sleep when you can, and just it's a mental battle.